Hey! Hi, how you doing? This is the Gamertron, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. There are over 13 Call of Duty video games. There are over 20 Final Fantasy games. There are over 10 Assassin's Creed games. And there are over, and I'm not kidding here, 100 Mario games. Alright, so let's get to the question of the video. When should long-running video game series end? Video games such as the Mario franchise have been around for decades, while video games such as Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty have been around for over a decade. While some people love these franchises, love these series, love these video games, and would love nothing more than to see these series go on forever, in my personal opinion, it gets to a point where you have to say, stop. Enough is enough. Let this series, let this franchise end with some dignity. Because just progressively continuing a series, releasing product after product for that franchise, whether it be its originator, video games, or other such products, like toys, shirts, or even films connected to the games, it runs the risk of oversaturation, and it reeks of desperation to milk something for all the money it's worth. Two of my favorite video game franchises, Crysis and Dead Space, ended on trilogies, ended on a free. And I hope those games stay that way. Would I be excited for a new Crysis sequel or a new Dead Space sequel? Of course I would, but I'd be lying if I didn't say I was also disappointed that there was no finality to them, that there was no completeness. And we'd be hard-pressed not to admit that they're making another game in those franchises to milk money off of their popularity and previous successes. Again, I would be happy if Dead Space or Crysis got a sequel, but I'm happy with there being a Dead Space 1-2 free and a Crysis 1-2 free. A complete series, a complete trilogy. Nothing more required. Sure, I'm alright with spin-off games. Sure, I'm alright with spin-off materials like comic books, novels, and even film. But let there be some finality, completeness, and a dignified end to your franchise and or series. As much as people, I'm sure, love Assassin's Creed, and Call of Duty, and Mario, you have to admit, as sad as it may be to see those franchises and those series end, imagine the good it will bring up. It will give newcomers, new franchises, new series, a chance to grow and expand and fill that void. Now that they're no longer under the shadow of those popular, oversaturated games that filled up the market. As great as Assassin's Creed and Mario and Final Fantasy and Call of Duty are, as long as they're still around, we'll never be able to see the new Assassin's Creed, the new Final Fantasy, the new Mario, the new Call of Duty, the new franchise or series that could take place of their popularity and help change the culture, change the market, and add some much needed diversity and variety. And maybe after some years, when those franchises have run their course, some even newer franchises, or maybe the old franchises could come back. Now some of you may be wondering, what the hell is wrong with you, Gamertron? What's wrong with you, Ryan? Why would you like to see something that you love just end, just stop? Because as silly as it is to believe in nowadays, I believe in a bit of dignity and honor. I know that sounds cliched and nerdy and geeky as hell, but I still believe, even in this world today, with corrupt politicians and corporations, that people can still be the better man or woman and have some honor and dignity. And I believe the same can be applied to franchises. Because I'd rather see a franchise go out in a bang. Go out in a celebratory state where we can be proud of that franchise for what it did and how long it ran. I don't want to see these franchises, not even Mario, even though I'm not a fan of Nintendo and their Nintendo franchises. I don't want to see Mario just drop dead. Just see some random Mario game be the last game, with no proper ending, no proper celebration of what it is, what it accomplished, no proper goodbye. That's just cruel and unfortunate. I don't want that to happen. Everything deserves a proper end, especially those things that have changed lives and affected the world. Mario, Nintendo changed the world. Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, Final Fantasy changed the world. Sonic the Hedgehog changed the world. Halo changed the world. I want to see these franchises end in such a way that we celebrate them for what they are and what they were. I don't want them to see them just drop dead flat on their face. Just see them release their next game that was nowhere near intended to be the end. And just see the game fail so miserably, barely make any sales. Bankrupt the studio, make the franchise no longer viable, and then just have it end. I don't want to see that happen, and unfortunately, that's the direction a lot of video games are going towards. Because video game publishers and gamers themselves won't learn to let go. Guys, we still have the old games of these franchises. The first games ever made that started these franchises are still available, and there's sequels too. There's nothing wrong with going back and playing them. We don't need to keep asking for sequel after sequel to continue the series. A series has already been made, a legacy formed, a story told. We don't have to have it keep going and going. Let's embrace what's already here and embrace the new and yet to come. But that's just what I think, guys. I think after a certain amount of time, after say a trilogy, after a dozen or more games, I definitely think it's time that a franchise, that a video game series, a long-running video game series should end. I really do believe that they should end. These series can't go on forever and forever and forever. It's not fair for you, it's not fair for the game devs, not fair for the publishers, not fair for the game, not fair for the original intent and creative choices of the original game that started the series. When should long-running video game series end? They should end when it's their time. And Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, Final Fantasy, Mario, your time is very near. And I hope when you do end, because you have to end, you do it in a way that is dignified and honorable to the amazing video game series that you are. This has been the Gamertron. This has been a video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like what I had to say in the video, if you agreed with my opinion, if you enjoyed the gameplay, please hit the like button. Hitting the like button helps me, helps you, helps everybody involved with the video if you hit the like button. Please leave a comment. What are your thoughts and feelings of what I said in this commentary? What are your thoughts and feelings of the gameplay I showed? What are your thoughts and feelings of long-running video game series? What long-running video game series do you want to see end or keep going? Let me know in the comment section below. I love reading comments. I'd love to hear your opinion on this. Please leave a comment. And finally, I am the Gamertron. I love video games, and I love talking about video games. And if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing to my channel and supporting me. This has been a video, and I will see you guys later.